Alright, so my name is Preston. I'm the second negative speaker, and the main issue that I would like to address is that the cost of the hydrogen vehicles would just greatly outweigh the benefits that we would be having, and it just wouldn't be a good idea. And one issue is that the infrastructure for converting our main fuel source into hydrogen would come at an outrageous cost, and it would be more costly and inefficient compared to the hybrid technology that we already have and use today. And another issue is the cost of the hydrogen vehicles itself. And at their current price, and even in their estimated prices decades down the road, the vehicles would come at a cost that is not anywhere reasonable to an average consumer. Now, first, I would like to discuss the issue of the cost of the infrastructure. Now, Derek mentioned earlier that Shell Gasoline built one hydrogen fueling station that costed about $2 million. Now, this station included one hydrogen filling pump rather than the 10 to 20 that you see in any gasoline refueling stations. Catherine Dunwoody from the California Fuel Cell Partnership stated that a hydrogen fueling station would cost up to $4 million, and that's not including the purchase of the land itself. Now, Dr. Joseph Brahm, former Assistant Secretary of Energy, reported that the cost of producing and delivering hydrogen from natural gas, or producing hydrogen on site at a local filling station, is about $4 to $5 per kilogram. This is without adding any fuel taxes to the price. A kilogram of hydrogen contains about the same amount of usable energy as a gallon of gas. So based on just the price, we're comparing a $5 kilogram, like a $5 kilogram energy amount of hydrogen to a $5 gallon of gasoline. Now, as you guys all know, that would be ridiculously expensive, and hopefully none of us are going to have to pay that anytime soon. Water can also be electrolyzed into hydrogen and oxygen. Dr. Rahm also stated that the cost today of producing and delivering hydrogen from a central electrolysis plant is estimated at $7 to $9 per kilogram, and the cost of an on-site production at local filling station would be about $12 per kilogram. This is much more expensive than the current gasoline prices that we pay today, and it would have health risks along with it as well. Burning a gallon of gasoline releases about 20 pounds of CO2 into the air, while producing 1 kilogram of hydrogen by electrolysis would generate about 70 pounds of carbon dioxide. Another way to get hydrogen fueling would be by biomass or plant matter, and it can be gasified and converted into hydrogen in a process similar to coal gasification. The cost of delivering hydrogen from gasification biomass would be an estimated $5 to $6.30 per kilogram, and this is still double the price of what we pay for our fueling today. Now, the hydrogen infrastructure consists mainly of industrial hydrogen pipelines and hydrogen-equipped filling stations. It would require a huge alteration in our industry of transport. According to GM, 70% of the U.S. population lives near a hydrogen-generated facility, but has just about no access to hydrogen, despite its wide availability for commercial use. The distribution of hydrogen fuel for vehicles in the U.S. would require new hydrogen stations costing, by some estimates, $20 billion. Other estimates come at about $500 billion in the U.S. alone to create systems for hydrogen fueling that would make it beneficial to everybody. The next point I would like to address is the cost of the hydrogen vehicle itself. The LA Times quoted the production cost of the Honda's FCX Clarity to be as much as $2 million per vehicle. There have only been 200 Honda FCX Clarities made, and they're being leased to the public for about $600. a month on a 3-year lease. This does not include the price of hydrogen, which costs on average about $5 per kilogram, like I said before. By the year 2020, if Honda builds several thousand of these cars, and the United States builds as many hydrogen stations as there are gas stations, hydrogen plants, and pipelines, only then will Honda be able to reduce the price of their Clarity, and still it would be an outrageous cost. It would be close to about $100,000. And you're paying $100,000 for a car that is literally in the same class as the Honda Accord, which costs about $20,000. Recently, Energy Secretary Stephen Chu came out and said about $1 million was given to the Bush administration for hydrogen research. President Obama and Stephen Chu believe that the hybrid technology that we have today is much more superior to hydrogen. They want to see 1 million affordable hydrogen cars. Hybrid cars get put into the road in the next 5 years instead of a few extremely expensive hydrogen cars in the next decade. And the U.S. Department of Energy has concluded that its own investment in hydrogen was a wrong turn on the road of a clean energy future. Practical solutions are needed to act against climate change. And it's just hydrogen technology is just developing right now, so I don't think anywhere in the near future we'd